Usually when you're going upstairs at a stadium or at an arena, you're going to the cheap seats. You're going away from the field, away from the action on the stage. Luckily, we're going to a bar.
You can drink a Negroni anywhere.
Yes.
You can drink a margarita. But you only come back if you feel welcome.
Hello, everybody. I'm Johnny Cocktail, back with you today in Faro with Vivaldo, and we're in his great bar, Varandas. What I wanted to start off with is just to get an understanding of your background and where you were before you came to be at Varandas.
So I started very young. I was 15 when I went to catering school in Coimbra. That's where I'm from. But if you don't get in on bartending, what's the second option? I was like, there's no second option. I'll be back on next
You're
week.
all in.
Yeah, that was always what I wanted to do. I did a restaurant bar course back in Coimbra. Then I started to work here in the Algarve, in Carvoeiro. Went 2 years for London. At 19, came back and kept working on the area. I've been in some places like in Quinta do Lago. I was in Villamor as well. Came to Faro, and 3.5 years ago, started my own project, which has always been a dream.
Your project is new, but this place certainly isn't new as a bar.
Yeah, so the Varandas opened in '98. Yeah, that's a place with a lot of history. Been one of the oldest places in Faro.
Well, you took it over not too long ago. And before then, was it known as a craft cocktail bar?
For a while, yes. I remember that I started to come here in 2016. That's when
You came here as a drinker.
I came here as a customer, yes. Started to come here. This was a cocktail bar. Then with the COVID, it struggled a little bit, and a lot of people had to adapt. And with the struggling, it started to be more on the beer sangria bar with some cocktails, but I realized over the years I was losing that momentum. And when I took over, that's what I wanted to get back, the cocktail vibe. Since 3.5 years ago when we started, we wanted to become a craft cocktail bar from scratch.
Well, you're in a great location to start with. That's fortunate. The Centro, the historic area, and it's an area of many places to eat and drink. So how do you separate yourself and define success in what could be a crowded field?
So one of the things I like the most is that we are very close to the other bars, but far away enough not to be in a very crowded area. People who come here actually want to come here and not just like, oh, this bar is full, we'll go to the next door.
You do have a nice space. The interior, and you have a front exterior space, and Varandas means balcony. So you do have a nice walk-up space outdoors in lovely weather. I'm certain it gets crowded out there first.
Yeah.
So you're fortunate to have this environment in which you can make your offerings.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, our balcony is our cherry on top of the cake, and we have the front where it's also open space. So when it's full upstairs, and in the summer it's very warm, we can have two separate areas. This gives also a cozy environment that can fit mostly 30 people in each floor. So that's a good amount of people, not being overly crowded, that you can bring small groups of friends or family to talk and drink and have a good time.
And so you encourage people to come and sit. It's really not a place to stand and have a drink like that. You want it to be more intimate.
Yeah, so my background is mostly from hotels and high-end places like in Quinta do Lago, for example, that the service comes from the beginning, like greeting the people once they arrive until they leave. If we have a place that people are standing, I cannot offer that service and that detail. So that's why from the beginning, we like to have everyone seated or at the bar, so we can make sure that we don't forget anyone, that we give attention to everyone, and that we can actually exceed expectations from the beginning.
Your menu, which is fantastic. You have, of course, the classics, and you have 10. Is that always 10 of signature cocktails?
Yes, so I think 10 is the right amount of cocktails to have on the menu, plus the classics, plus non-alcoholics. But they also will give you option of having a cocktail of a spirit, like if it's vodka, one or two of vodka, one or two of gin, the most popular spirits, that we can have two different styles of cocktails with the same spirit. This gives you enough options without being too confusing. Plus the four non-alcoholics, because we've been seeing a lot of demanding for non-alcoholics. Mm-hmm. The last time we checked, one in every 7 cocktails was non-alcoholics.
What's your inspiration? You said maybe two of many different spirits, but how do you go about creating your drinks?
It's something that I dreamed of. Has happened already. Dreaming about a cocktail and waking up remembering it. It can be something that just by being in another bar, trying different combination of flavors, and thinking like this. I'm gonna try to my own version of these flavors, because I do take a lot of kitchen inspirational methods of working and combinations of flavors. I grab a specific ingredient and I'm trying to work on it, and then evaluate which spirit goes best or which profile is missing on the menu. Our main goal is the cocktails, but I would say our mission is hospitality. Yeah, since the beginning, crafting cocktails, doing things from scratch, being able to give you something to drink that you feel there was a lot of work put into it. That's what we wanted. But never forgetting that nothing of that matters if we don't talk to people, if we don't know how to greet them and to make them feel comfortable. And that starts in the main entrance, just by greeting people who arrive. And we do have a lot of regulars who are locals, and that's just because of that, like because they feel welcome. And I think that's our main characteristic to separate us from a lot of our neighbors.
You really are dedicating yourself to your mission, to your vision, and that's your identity here. How do you keep it fresh, though? I mean, maybe you have a guest shift, someone come in? What type of other experiences do you offer here besides the quality drinks and the great hospitality?
So we do have some guest shifts occasionally. We started that mostly last year. Some of them are written on the wall. It was something that we wanted to do. Yeah, we try to have some guest shifts because they bring some different flavors. Also, it helps us when they bring different cocktails with different flavors. Is one of the inspirations for making a future menu. Like this worked very well. And at the same time, we realize if customers like that style of cocktails or not. And if they do, then we really can work on it on the next menu. We try to have some special occasions like birthdays. We celebrate every year the birthday of the bar, and the staff, whoever works here, when it's a birthday, we're going to make sure we will do something different. Any special occasions like Valentine's Day or Christmas or any special occasion that we feel that by bringing someone new will be an extra different day, yeah, we'll do that.
And they may also bring a following, people, because if you were doing a guest shift, I imagine that you would announce that through your social media and to help those people find you and follow you. And so you get some other people that may not have been here before, and they realize what a nice place it is, and then they'll return. You mentioned that you have people that may be coming here with some frequency. So what do you think is the mix of tourists versus residents and locals coming here?
I would say at the time would be around 50-50. A lot of our customers, they work nearby, they work in restaurants, they work in hotels, they get asked for recommendations. So we have a lot of tourism coming from the fact that our locals enjoy being here. And when someone asks them, where should I go next? That's where they can. The first thing we want to do is to make sure everyone knows the concept we want to do. We are not a place for everyone. If you are looking for a place to dance, you won't be here. If you're looking for a place with live music, we can afford it because there's 3 different rooms. What we do have is a lot of hospitality and attention to detail and to make sure that you feel very welcome. That's what we want, to be able to bring your friends, to be able to bring your family, to be seated around the table talking and everyone is enjoying their own drink. It's for the people who actually want to enjoy an experience more than just a drink or a beer or a cocktail that you can get anywhere else. What we're trying to do is make sure the people take an effort to walk here as enough attention and service and hospitality from us to enjoy and to come over and over again and bring new friends because you feel welcome.
Well, you're obviously doing things right, at least from my perspective. That's why I'm here, because I enjoy being here. Also, that's why I want you to know about this place. When you may be in Faro, build some time into your stay to come here, have a nice place to sit, have a nice drink, enjoy each other's company, and enjoy everything that Vivaldo brings to your experience. And for my experience now, I think I would like to have one of your drinks.
Sure. John, do you know what you want to drink?
I would love to try your aromatic pear.
Aromatic pear.
Yes, please.
So this cocktail is gin based with the cardamom and the pear. That's the three main ingredients with a little bit of violets as well. So the intention is to be a fresh drink that you can enjoy mostly when it's warmer. So very good to drink during the summer or spring in the Algarve. Here on the bottle got a pre-batch of the gin, the pear, and the elderflower liqueur as well, with the gin. Then with the pear juice also. And here we have 130 ml of our pre-batched. And all we're missing now is just lime juice to bring some extra freshness and acidity to the cocktail.
And the pre-batch is a smart way to approach the nice prompt service that you like to provide.
That way you can ensure speed and efficiency, always the same flavor.
Yeah, consistency and not a lot of touches.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the concept mostly with a pre-batch is to be able to be fast. Mm-hmm. So you spend more time drinking and less time waiting.
I think it works out for both of us.
Exactly. Finish days. Double training, so we don't want any ice chips going against your teeth. When you have on top, this is a violet and cardamom foam.
Terrific.
That will bring some extra layer and depth in terms of flavor and aromas. Also, looks nicer. This way with two colors. And in the end, I'll just finish this. We call this a pear Dorito.
Pear Dorito, very clever.
There goes. Yeah, so this was done on when filtering the pear juice. We mix pear juice and a pear puree to bring flavor and consistency, but you get that grindiness of the pear itself. We didn't want that on a drink. We wanted a little bit more liquid with less pulpiness. So after we blend the puree and the juice, what we do is we filter that.
Yes.
And with the pulpous part left over, we separate, we dehydrated it. So you can eat it instead of throwing that away.
Brilliant.
It becomes as part of the cocktail.
Well, that's very clever, and I'm certain it's very delicious. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Vivaldo is right. This is a very refreshing drink. Even though we may think of pear as more of a fall fruit, I can imagine having this in the summertime. It is aromatic from the foam. You get the violet punching through and the citrus. It's brightened with the underlayment of the pear essence. And I'm a fan of the chip. It itself is refreshing. It catches a little bit of the foam in there that is very pleasing to the drink. And this is the quality that I've experienced with other drinks here, what I look forward to experiencing in the future, and which I know you would love when you make time on your Faro visit to come to Varandas. Salud.